Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. So today's video is about my high school experience and some high school advice I wanted to give you guys because I know it's summertime and some of you guys are transitioning into high school. And this video isn't really for elementary age kids, it's more for middle school and high schoolers. And I could go on this subject for hours, but I'm just going to try to limit this video to as short a video as I possibly can, but hit some of the most important highlights that I wanted to share with you guys. And I got this video idea from Angela, who's been a faithful Confessions follower, watcher, and I've even met her at Disney World once at Hollywood Studios, so I'm really excited to do this video, and I dedicate it to her. But she wrote me and she said, "Hey Jennifer, so I'm about to go to high school and absolutely terrified, and I was wondering if you could post a video about your high school experience and any advice you'd like to give somebody going to high school." And she's always so sweet, so hi Angela. But I also want to encourage you guys to be sure that you're talking to your parents and to other older siblings who you respect or other people whose advice and experience you really admire and trust. When I look back on my high school experience, I wish I could go back and do it over. I'm 32 years old right now. By the way, I'm 31 weeks pregnant, just in case you cared. But you know, I'm 32 years old right now, and I look back and I just wish I could go back and do it all over again. It's 4 years of your life if you live in the USA. I don't know about other countries, but it's 4 years. For me, high school, those 4 years seemed like they took forever, but in reality, they go super fast. I was so insecure in high school. I struggled with my weight. I was always really skinny as a little kid, but then when I hit puberty, my weight was out of control. I didn't know how to manage my weight. My parents never struggled with weight, so I don't know, it's like I wasn't as skinny as my peers, and so I didn't feel confident about my body. I didn't know about exercise or eating healthy. I didn't really know about all of that, and I was boy crazy, and I regret that very much. I was obsessed with celebrity trash and celebrity gossip, and you know, the things that you get fed in the little Bop, Teen Beat, whatever magazines, whatever, you know, things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I also didn't come from a lot of money or anything like that, and I didn't have the fanciest clothes or anything like that, so I remember feeling a little bit, and my daughter's kind of running around in the background. We love you, Ariana. Mommy loves you. So, you know, I didn't have all the nicest things. I didn't have the fanciest house, so I remember feeling insecure about that. I didn't want to invite people over. I always went to my other friends' homes and everything. If you've watched one of my other videos, I think I talked about how I wanted to get involved in theater, but the drama teacher was kind of like, "Oh, we don't have roles for your type or your kind," or something like that. But it was very discouraging, and I was afraid to try out for theater and get involved. Also, in the community that I lived in, it was not cool to be ethnic. Now I feel like diversity is everywhere and you just see it, but in the small town that I lived in, it's not such a small town anymore. It's really grown exponentially, but you know, we're going back 15 years. Orlando has grown so much, but I lived in my daughter's trapped in the camera, but I lived in a very small town at the time. I just wasn't super confident with my background and where I came from. If you've seen my Big Fat Greek Wedding movie, I can really identify with that character because do you remember at the beginning of the movie where she was eating her weird food and all the other girls had their Wonder Bread sandwiches, and so I felt a lot like that, and so I love that movie and I can identify with it. And if you haven't seen my Big Fat Greek Wedding, I would definitely suggest it. You'll probably laugh. I was also a Christian in high school, and I was afraid to tell people about it because, you know, who wants to be the goody two-shoes girl? I wasn't confident in pretty much anything about who I was, and I don't like to go preaching at people or anything like that, but I didn't want to be like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons, if you know what I mean. So if I could go back and give advice to myself, maybe this will help you guys. If any of you can relate to any of those things about my high school experience, or if you feel, oh, and I didn't exactly feel very attractive. I always thought that other girls were more beautiful than me because, you know, I used to have an underbite where my jaw stuck forward slightly, and I didn't have braces until later in high school. So my teeth and my jaw, my face wasn't, you know, I just wasn't as confident as I could possibly be about my appearance. So if you can relate to any of that, hopefully this video will help you. As far as like academics went, I was a smart, bright person, but I held myself back. I remember I could have gone into a higher math class when I was a freshman in high school, but because there was a guy that I had a crush on who I thought was super cute, I did not go into that math class. I decided to stay below. I was just too nervous to be in an advanced math class as to be around that hot guy, quote unquote. And so that's something that I strongly regret. I wish that I would not have been so boy crazy and so nervous to, like, I didn't even want to be in his presence or talk in front of him because that's how scared I was of, I don't know, I just wish that I would have given myself a lot more value and not worried or been so concerned about boys in high school. So I used to get super obsessed with a guy. Like if I had a crush on a guy, it was because I thought that maybe one day we might get married. So if I could go back in time, I just would have not stressed so much about guys. I would not have been trying to find my soulmate in high school, because when you get to college, that's where you can, like, you're an adult, you know yourself a lot better. You can meet so many people, and not everybody even meets their spouse in college. Now, there are some cases where people meet their spouses in high school, but it's very rare. And even people who get married out of high school, sometimes they get, a lot of times I think they get divorced, I'm not sure. It's not everybody gets a divorce out of high school, but a lot of people, when college comes, yes, guys are going to be cute in high school. Yes, you might have crushes on them, but there's just so many more important things going on than boys in high school. I just wish I wouldn't have given them so much importance. I was also scared of boys. Like now I realize there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. They are just like us. They have the same hopes and dreams. And, they're different, yes, but it's just when you get to college, things are so much easier. You know yourself so much better. Your confidence is higher. You know what you want to find in a spouse. I would encourage, like, if my daughter, I want to encourage her to, yes, have friendships with boys. Yes, you're a human being, so you're going to be attracted to guys, and that's all normal and that's okay. But I don't want her to be like my daughter. I don't want her to be obsessed with guys. I want her to be able to value herself and above boys, and just to not let them, their good looks or lack of good looks or whatever, to not let them keep her from excelling and being the best person she can be academically, the way I did when I refused to advance to a higher math class because of a stupid boy who was going to be in there potentially noticing me or whatnot. And also, like, as far as academics, like, advice that I would give is, as much as possible, to be focused on academics, because you are a smart person, smarter than you think, and you can, if you are behind or maybe you can't read. I used to volunteer when I was in college at a juvenile detention center, and there were a lot of high schoolers who did not know how to read. They are out there in the USA, and it broke my heart. But who knows, for whatever the reason, maybe you're behind in school or something academically, you don't feel smart, you think you're stupid. Know that you can improve and excel, and you can get the tutoring that you need. It's just take advanced place courses if you can. Most of you probably know how to read and you're not behind who are watching this. But if you're behind, I challenge you to believe you are smart and to get ahead. And also, I wish that I would have challenged myself academically. I think I did the bare minimum that I needed to get my A's and B's. But I really, especially as high school went on, I really started to slack and I became more of a B student. I think I even had a couple of C's in there. But I really regret that. I wish I would have challenged myself to do advanced placement courses and even trying to get credit for college and not doing just a study hall. Because it's going to boost your confidence, and why shouldn't you be the best you that you could possibly be? It's important to challenge yourself. You're gonna feel good about yourself. Life is really tough. When you get out in your career, you're gonna wanna challenge yourself the same way you did in high school, because you're fighting to survive in this world, and all of that high school homework and challenges, it doesn't get any easier out in the real world. You're gonna have real world problems, and challenging yourself to overcome the academic stuff that you're just doing in high school is gonna also help you to overcome similar problems that you're gonna encounter in the real world. You know, I hated science, and I hated like calculus, and I think once I got to like my junior, senior year of math, I hated it, like calculus and all that. It just became so complicated, and I no longer wanted to use my brain anymore, and that's where I think I got the C's and stuff like that. I just, you know, I could have gotten A's, and I wish that I would have valued my education more, because then when you go to college, you know, assuming you do go to college, you're just that much brighter. It's like nothing can stop you. The world is your oyster. The science class, like at the time, I didn't see how learning all the elements and minerals and things like that were going to be helpful to me. And when I ended up going into skincare and working at the spas, I realized that all of those minerals from the periodic table were in the products and in the ingredients that we were using. And so if I would have wanted to start my own skincare line or something like that, I didn't realize how the sciences could help me. Or even, I don't know, there's something really hot and sexy and wonderful about being smart and bright. So I want to encourage you girls to be smart, to be bright. And you know, my husband's an accountant, and I'm just horrible with numbers, and I see all of the women that he works with, and they're so smart and intelligent. And you know, I look back and, you know, I know that if I put my mind to it, I could learn and know what they know, but if you can do it while you're young, the younger you are when you do these things, the better foundation you're going to have for learning when you go on to higher education. Just don't sell yourself short academically. Get the tutoring that you need to catch up. You know, study as hard as you need to. All of the social media and Instagramming and television shows and all of these other things that are distracting you from academic work, don't let them distract you. They are not worth it. Your education is worth so much. Your knowledge and that wisdom and smarts, that is the creme de la creme. That's what's going to make you attractive in the long run. It's going to make you super attractive when you're out in the job market, to your spouse. You know, who doesn't want to be with somebody intelligent and smart? So, and as far as physical goes, you know, I was able to have my underbite corrected. You know, physical things can be changed. You can learn how to apply your makeup super nice. You can learn how to do your hair nice. You can learn how to dress nice. Those are easy fixes, and there's always some tutorial on YouTube or a friend out there to help you, or a hairstylist to do it for you. And I feel like just in high school, there's so much weight placed on looks and money and who has the nice house. You know, like, I don't know, I noticed who had the nice houses because I didn't have like a nice house, and I just kind of noticed that the popular people had the nice homes. And you know, I guess that's fine and all that, you know, being good looking, and if you like that sort of stuff, you know, it's fine. But at the same time, those things, it's important to realize that it's all vanity and it means nothing. It's meaningless. What matters is what's inside. And I used to want to be popular, and I was so afraid to hang out with nerdy people, and I'm ashamed of that. You know, now looking at myself, I'm like, that was so stupid. You know, and I myself, I wasn't even a perfect person. Like I struggled with my weight, and my hair wasn't perfect. I wasn't considered the prettiest girl in school or anything like that, but I tried to hang out with people who were more popular than me because of my insecurity. And so if that is you, if you find yourself, you know, wanting to be around, you know, beautiful people or whatever, I would really challenge you to look for friends who value things that are important. Ask yourself, do your friends love you? Do they care about you? You know, and even though I was raised with Christian values and I should have known better than to look at physical outward appearance stuff, it's still easy to get trapped in those things when you're young and stupid. Like a lot of things that you think are important in high school, wait till you're out in the real world trying to make a living and survive in this world. Those things don't matter anymore. When you found your spouse and you have a family, those things are the things that matter. You care about your career, like, because your career is going to go with you for life. High school is 4 years. Your career can last 30, 40 years, you know. So in high school, you're trying to find yourself, and it's so many hormonal changes. It's such a huge transition. So I think that's where some of the biggest challenges come in. But I wish I would have focused more when it came to friends and my peers. I wish I would have focused on trying to be the best Jennifer that I could be, instead of trying to be the best high schooler type person I can be. And I challenge you to be the best you that you can be. And I also want to challenge you to be okay with not everyone liking you. That was something that was very difficult for me, and I think that's why I wanted to be popular or hang around others who were likable or cool, because I myself was afraid to be an outcast or to be lesser or not popular. You know, I thought that if I could blend in with popular people, that somehow I would be seen in a better light or something like that. You know, you have to be okay with not everybody's gonna like you, not everybody's gonna think that you're pretty or attractive, because there's so many different types of beauty out there, especially if you're a girl. And I'm sorry if this isn't more geared towards boys, because I am a girl, but you know, that was something I always thought, that other girls and my peers had it better than me, that they were prettier than me, that they dressed better than me, that they had, you know, their home was better, that something, they were always better than me, and I always focused on what they had that I didn't have, and I just regret that so much, and I hope that you don't do that. And you know, if you do come from a poor background, let that be part of what drives you to excel in school and to excel academically and in life, because you can get out of that. You can make a different, better life for yourself. You know, maybe your parents really struggled financially, but you can change that. You know, when you are young the way you are, the world is your oyster. Just know that not everybody is going to agree with you or accept you or like you, but so long as you're not being offensive or grating, or it's not some sort of personality issue that is wrong with you, and so long as it's not a personality issue that you need to address, be confident in yourself and be comfortable with who you are. I was not comfortable or confident in who I was. You know, so I want to challenge you to love yourself, to love your looks the way they are, even if they are not what is considered beautiful, or maybe you hate your freckles or something like that. Just know that there are, when you get to college, know that there's going to be tons of guys who are going to think that freckles are hot. They're going to have a thing for redheads. They're going to have a thing for, if you're super tall, they're going to have a thing for tall girls. If you're super petite or short, they're going to have a thing for short girls. College, or even in the real world, the fish in the sea thing, it becomes way bigger than just high school. And you're going to see that you are beautiful, that your personality is vivacious and different and new and exciting. So I just want to challenge you to really love yourself and just be the best you that you can be. And as for struggling with my weight, like, I wish I would have gotten involved in sports. I stayed away from sports because I was afraid that girls would make fun of me because I was the chubby girl on the sports team. And they might have made fun of me because I was the chubby girl on the sports team, but at least I would have been exercising, and I would have been fit and doing something with myself and building my confidence and building up whatever it is, maybe, you know, or tried for dance, or taken dance outside of school or something like that. At least I would have been improving. Those sports activities improve your confidence. They help you in the long run, you know, especially if you've seen my Disney princess videos and you want to do the Disney princess thing, then work to improve on your dance skills. And don't be afraid about looking foolish out there. We all have to start somewhere. You're not going to improve if you don't start at the bottom. You have to start at the bottom. We all have to start somewhere, and you're going to get better. You're going to improve if you put your mind to it and you work hard and you challenge yourself. You can do it. I believe in you. It's not easy, no, and nothing good and worth having comes easily or for free, and that's just how life is. It's a lot of work, life is, but you can do it, and I believe in you, and I'm encouraging you. The physical things that people have aren't what add value to a person. The things that make you valuable are your beliefs, your morals, your convictions. Those are the things that define you. Happiness doesn't come from physical things or having the best hair or makeup. You can have all of those things and still not be happy. There's so much more to say, and I worry that I've left some things out, and I'm probably going to regret and wish I had added in some things in this video or said something different, but I don't want to make this video an hour long. I hope this video was helpful. I hope that it encourages you to want to love yourself and to be confident. You can become stronger and more confident, and I just want to encourage you guys, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Share this video if you think it'll help someone, and just like this video if you liked it. And I really appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you again next time. I would like to do another one of these videos If you want to leave a comment below asking specifically about something that I touched on, please by all means leave it below, and maybe I can make either a different video or just email you back or write you back. But I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much. Bye.